Hey everybody. I thought that I was off at 3:30 today. I'm off at 5:30. And I'm a little bit disappointed and a little bit like, I need money, I guess. I need money. Justice for conflict? Justice for being victimized. Interesting. So, somebody may have done you dirty here, but the scales are being righted. Seeing a ladder. A grandfather clock. There is a financial new beginning. You are getting the rewards for all of your isolation and hard work, all of the healing that you've been doing. You know how sometimes people will say, this is what you've been healing for? Like, most of the time I've heard that in reference to your divine. Like, this is the person that you've been healing for. But that's the energy of this new opportunity for you. This is what you've been healing for. This is what you've been fighting for. This is what you have been following the sunflowers for. I saw a sunflower. Should I? Yeah. I just saw a sunflower plate in there right before I went on break. It had just gotten dropped off, and literally, it was being stacked by another person. So I saw them set the plate down on the bottom level of the cart, and I see the sunflower, and I'm just like, huh. And then the next plate comes down, and even though it's part of the same set, it's a totally different artwork. So, like, that one sunflower was totally unique. It wasn't a set of sunflower plates. It was a set of plates that had a sunflower. Chills. Six of Wands. There's rarity in the energy today. Refinement. Celebration. I almost want to choke up right now for some reason. Maybe this is pride, but not pride like in a negative way, like in a superior way, but pride as in like, I'm so fucking proud of you. Proud of me. I'm proud of us for getting where we are today. For hanging in there no matter what. For doing the hard work, the shadow work, the healing, the tears. The reactions, and then immediately looking at yourself and then going, you know what, that's my bullshit. Turning. Bad habits upside down. I saw the devil card reversed, and I don't read reversals, but the devil card reversed would be like overcoming some kind of bad habit. And this is how we walked into our purpose. Following spirit, showing discipline, and cutting out the bad habits in our lives, the toxic behaviors, the reactions that don't serve us or anybody else. That level of self-awareness is so difficult to find in other people and in yourself. You know how, Rome wasn't built in a day. And your healing journey did not happen overnight. But you know what? It happened. This was your destiny. This was your fate. Your manifestation was to be healed. I'm hearing that Linkin Park song. I want to heal. I want to feel like I'm close to something real. I want to find somewhere I've wanted all along. Somewhere I belong. That's the name of the song. I won't ever know until I do this on my own. And I won't ever heal. Or I won't ever feel anything until my wounds have healed. There was a numbness after the heartbreak. There was an energy of despair. And then it's almost like Bella from New Moon and Twilight, when she's just a zombie. That's the energy I'm getting. That you, after your heartbreak, after your dark night of the soul began, were a zombie. And I was too. That darkest of the darkest day, when I could not pick myself up off of the shower floor. sitting alone crying in a bathtub, begging Spirit to help me move. That was when it turned around, but I had a lot of numbness before that. Because when you wallow in that energy, not wallow, but when you are plunged into that kind of despair, it takes so much to pull yourself out of that dark place. And other people don't understand it. You know, they might have even been through something similar, but they don't understand it. Because once they leave that energy, a lot of people block that shit out. A lot of people look back at that part in their journey, and I feel like this is true for twin flames in particular. They will look back at that part of the journey and they'll feel either guilt or shame or resentment or, you know, one of these emotions that make them not want to think about it, that make them not want to have any kind of positive relationship with their twin flame, that make them want to stick the middle finger up and go, fuck you, and just be done. Because they were so hurt. But that's the challenge. That's forging you in the fire. Being able to overcome what everybody else can't. Not everybody else, but what most people can't. I always think of Guided Star when I see this star, when I see the star card now, because she always says it's a card of loss. And I never really thought about that before. When I was first learning tarot, watching all of the collective readers, I always just saw it as a miracle. But it took a while before I realized that it's the miracle of resurrection, of rebirth, of hitting that rock bottom. That's what the star is. It's hope the next morning. When your face is red with tears, you haven't slept, and you feel sick, and you can't eat, and you don't think it'll ever get better. But you have to go through that. You have to. In order to do what you need to do in this world, you have to get through it. You can't quit. You can't stop trying. You can't hold on to all those negative emotions. You have to feel it. You have to go through it, and you have to keep it as part of you. You will always carry that around, but it's not a weight. You are not carrying the weight of those emotions. You are carrying the truth of your experience. You are carrying the tools that help you cut through it. You are so much stronger for what you've been through. I'm seeing so many birds flying in the sky right now. Not even just one kind. I saw a cardinal. I think it's crows. It's a bunch of crows. I think I saw a blue jay, but it's mostly crows. 12. Your stability, you fought like hell for it. You crawled out of that pit yourself. And you had support from people that don't even know you, that maybe you didn't even talk to. Maybe it was just energetically. Maybe you really did feel alone, but you weren't. Spirit had your back the entire time. I love you. Purple hearts are the vibe right now. And they always knew from that moment that their plan for you could have gone 100 different ways based on what you chose, but they had an outcome for every situation, and they knew that they would be able to guide you back to the right thing for you. They always had faith in you, even when you didn't have faith in yourself, even when all hope was lost, even when you fucked up, even when you were trying not to remember. Now you own your story. And I'm so proud of you. I love you.